This video is going to break down what happens at the level of the pelvis during internal rotation. Internal rotation is also tied to exhalation or compression. So for over here on the pelvis, what we're talking about is relative motions, which are different from an orientation. An orientation is where the entire pelvis as a unit is doing something like tipping forward or backwards. A relative motion is movement between the individual bones of the pelvis. So if we're talking about internal rotation, what will happen is these two side bones, our nominants, are going to come into internal rotation, adduction, and extension. This middle bone, which is our sacrum, is going to tip forward. So basically this is going to happen at different points of movement, such as walking or around something like 90 degrees of hip flexion during a squat. And to get closer so you guys can get a better idea, as we exhale or move into certain degrees of hip flexion, these two side bones are going to come together like this, and the sacrum is going to tip forward. And from the side, that's going to look something like this. When these movements are happening as we're doing an activity, they are not as exaggerated as I'm showing them here on the pelvis for the purpose of demoing, but they are happening at a very subtle level. We're also going to see different things happen if we move into something like a staggered stance, where we're going to have more nutation and extension on one side of the pelvis as compared to the other.